So to your question, I went into all of them, even the old ones, and I did 18 on all of them. I got to double check because I had to go to work. Okay. Oh, that's a beautiful butterfly.
Of the ass, but I'm
Okay,
trying.
listen to me. What did we talk about yesterday?
Joan of Arc.
Okay, now that we talked about the fact that you shouldn't worry about what people think about you, right?
Great.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I posted a song either the day before or yesterday, the song Coward, in which the lyrics are, in Germany, first they came for the communists and I didn't speak up because I was a communist. Martha Niemöller wrote it. And then they came for the Jews and I didn't speak up because I wasn't a Jew. And then they came for trade unionists and I didn't speak up because I wasn't a trade unionist. And they came for the Catholics and I didn't speak up. So I'm like union guy for the people. And then I didn't speak up because I wasn't a trade unionist. And they came for the Catholics and I didn't speak up because I wasn't a Catholic, right? And then they came for me, and by that time there was nobody else left to speak up for me. So that's a poem I found. That's what we spoke about, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, listen to this. It's gonna blow your mind. You ready to have your mind blown?
I'm ready to have food.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. All right. And
Mama
I looked at it. I looked at it.
Mama has strudel got the new.
You can eat all the strudel you want. 40.
Conversation about what you were going to say in this. And it was a private revelation made about you, Andrew Polbeck. I don't know
Okay,
if you told
so that's not it. 57, I think.
That's what an
It's either 47
in a
or 57.
way, there is an underlying
Alright,
assumption
listen.
that you're too weak to deal with people who don't like you.
Listen.
Okay.
As Vera Alexander mentioned, wouldn't make sense from a medical point of view, because Mendele had sufficient medical knowledge, and the medical understanding of the time allowed him to know that it would lead nowhere. So where did this legend come from? It likely originated from the
I
fact
cannot
that
go
Mengele
left and right 'cause
performed
it fucks it up.
transfusions on twins without
Hold
prior
it, hold it.
cross-matching tests. This meant if the donor's blood didn't match the recipient's, it led to death. To perform a transfusion, people had to be connected, not sewn together, but connected with needles and tubes so that the blood
I don't know
could flow.
the truth about this guy is.
Therefore, this legend
I
about
don't think he was a good
Mengele
guy.
as someone who sewed children together probably came from this.
All right, listen to something.
I want to be clear why this is important to you guys, and specifically
Yeah,
I want to
listen.
speak to Jewish Americans because it is just
Listen.
so reminiscent to me of how they wanted to pass hate speech laws in the fog of George Floyd, and they were using race and black people to try to do this. This is a threat to all of us. Jewish Americans, pay attention because they are using you to push through tyranny. Okay, you are now the person they are using to push through tyranny. They think that you are too stupid to understand the difference between anti-Semitism, normal commentary, and debate. Also, by the way, there is an underlying assumption that you're too weak to deal with people who don't like you. Who cares if people don't like me because I'm black? I don't actually care. I don't care. If that is your underlying thought process, that every time you see a black person, you're like, I hate that N-word. I hate N-words all the time. How's that going to impact my day? Why do we care so much about what other people think about us? Isn't that a little ridiculous? There's just this underlying weakness that allows people who are actually tyrannical, people who are actually doing despicable things, people who actually support the Epstein files and want to protect that network of human traffickers. Okay, they pretend they're the good guys. They find people who are weak, can't take being called names. You can do it. Black people, you can do it. Jews, you can do it. Spanish people, you can do it. Asian people, you can do it. You can handle being called a name as long as you get to remain free. That's more important. Okay? They are trying to flip that on its head so they can usher in tyranny. They want Europe. They want what's already happening in Florida. Police showing up on your door asking you if you sent a tweet. Did you criticize Candace Owens today? She's black. Did you know she's black? It's racist. I get called the N-word every second of every day. Go on X. I don't care. Doesn't impact my day. I don't know who these people are on the internet. I don't feel threatened by that. Okay?
I like how she
You
said
have a right
threatened.
to think racist thoughts. I know. I happen
Clearly or
to
something.
genuinely not be a racist. But if people were racist, I understand the importance of making sure that we don't pass speech laws, and that is what is coming next because they have been signaling it for a week straight, full fire. Not just Erica Kirk, also Caroline Levitt came out and now is trying to equate speech to violence. Take a listen.
This political violence stems from a systemic demonization of him and his supporters by commentators, yes, by elected members of the Democrat Party,
Kind of like
even
Erica
some
Kurt, but
in the
she's
media.
called Carolyn
The
Levitt.
deranged
But
lies and
it's
smears against
another
the
Erica
president,
Kurt, but
his
with a
family,
different name.
and his supporters have led crazy people to believe crazy things. Everyone who has a voice and a platform across this country, whether you're on television, a podcast
Like
host,
me.
you know, people listen, and when you have mentally disturbed individuals across the country who are listening to this crazed rhetoric about the president day after day after day, it inspires them to do crazy things.
Laura Loomer is his top advisor. Like, it's so crazy that they really come out here and they say this unflinchingly after the things that come out of Trump's Truth Social posts. Who is smearing and calling people names and dehumanizing people more, posting photos of me when I'm sick, than Donald Trump? Does that now mean that if an act of violence happens, every time that happens, I get to now say that this is Trump's fault? And again, like I said, it's being echoed everywhere. Melania Trump, she tweeted and said this about Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel's joke that happened before the shooting.
Okay.
That it was hateful and violent. Again, that's purge, stored.
What's gonna blow our mind?
There's evil speech, and all of it is protected by the First Amendment. Keep America free. That was his voice. I echo that of him, notoriously not really investing. That's guessing.
Whatever.
That's what I want to tell you about.
So anyway, she said, speak against people that are trying to take away your freedom of speech, right? Basically, I like that poem that I have in the song. Wow, this is all amazing. All of it,
Yeah,
different.
no, it's not.
Right? And she speaks about everything we spoke about yesterday. Do you understand that? Everything we spoke about yesterday in our little podcast, she spoke about the same things.
What if she watched the podcast?
No, I don't think so. But what I'm saying is,
Just
and
check
it's
the
happened a lot of
news.
times, I put the song in, and she speaks the next day about the same fucking thing. And it doesn't look like she. I mean, no. It's just a coincidence. But the idea is just insane.
You can check the views to see who watched.
No, she's not watching. I think even her email, maybe there either some idiot that doesn't think what I sent it simple because she doesn't read all of it, and it's screened out. I don't know, but I'm not gonna do anything more. I sent the email. I said that's the last email. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? So that was it. But isn't that crazy? Like everything we spoke about yesterday. Like you shouldn't care about what people think about you. She's speaking about it. All right, I went to the doctor to take a picture of my balls. So listen what happened. So I go in there, and the guy is saying, "What are you here for?" I was like, "My wife wants a picture of my balls." I said she wants a picture of my balls to put above the fireplace. Everybody in the waiting room was like, "What? What?" They started laughing. These were two black guys, but like the old school ones that I really love. Like with jokes. One guy was like Denzel Washington. You know the actor Denzel Washington. You know him. And he was the same voice, looked the same. And there was another guy, short guy. What I need you to think and help me. For the longest time, I don't like the word black person. I don't like African American because that's kind of like you're not American, you're American, special American with an asterisk.
Why does it really matter?
I don't like the word, so I want to find
Just
out.
say you met some Americans.
Yeah, but then you want to kind of allude to the culture of, because they're funny and they have the style. So you want to have something where their culture is represented, but not to the skin color. And I don't like these two words, black, because they're not black, they're brown. And you can't say brown people because that means Indians now. So I want to, you know what I mean? How stupid it is. So I want to find another word, but I kept thinking for like many years, and I can't find another word to where you want to respect the culture and represent it, right? But don't say black or African American. African American is dumb as fuck. I would be insulted if I'd be. So you guys need to come up with words to replace that, because whatever I'm thinking. So anyway, so I go there, and the guy couldn't find the papers, right? And he's like, "What's going on with these papers?" I was like, "I don't know." I said, "My wife is in charge of my balls. This is what she gave me," right? So everybody starts laughing again. And then he got some paper. He thinks my name is Mike. And he's got different papers. And then we find out that the wrong papers, because I'm not Mike. I have a different name. And then And then he actually sees that it's about, because other people have different problems they got to take a CT scan of. And he actually sees that it was about balls, taking a picture of the balls, right? So then I said, I told you my wife is in charge of my balls. Literally and metaphorically, she's in charge of my balls, right? So,
Why'd you need to take a picture of your balls?
because one of them hurts.
Okay, that's enough. Thanks.
Yeah. So anyways, so I go in there, and this lady comes in, like, I need you to get undressed. Says like, okay. And I couldn't remember face down or face up. And I said, should I take my underwear off? And she's like, yeah. She's like, lay on your back, and she keep your t-shirt on.
How come?
I didn't want to. I mean, I got lucky because I didn't want a dude to touch my balls. Like when I had to take the exam, you know about the exam where they put a finger up your ass? So I had to go take an exam, and then I was like really worried. And it was a guy. I hoped it was a woman to put a finger up my ass. So you got to go, and they got to go with a finger and kind of look for something, prostate. So the guy comes in,
We know.
and you got to spread your legs, and I bend over, and the guy is putting his finger on my ass, and I'm sitting over there like trying to be cool, and we're talking like he's trying to make conversation. I'm over there with a finger on my ass. So how's your day? It's beautiful, a little bit too hot. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, so this is how I got lucky with the lady. So, what do you call it? So she's like, lay on your back, put a thing. And then she comes in and she gives me a towel. And she said, by the way, this was the best doctor experience I've ever had. So she says, remove your penis, put it on your belly, and put the towel on your penis.
What?
That's what she said. So I'm sitting there with a towel like this, holding my penis on my belly, by the belly button. And she comes in and she puts some lotion and she goes in and she plays with the balls. You know how those Chinese balls that you can do like this with them? So she was doing that and she was playing with them. And there was a line of people outside trying to do different pictures. And she's like, no, just wait, because these are special balls. And she kept playing with my balls. And then they brought other people. You know how they find dinosaur bones and everybody's looking, it's like, wow, these are dinosaur balls. So people came in to look at my balls, like, look at these balls. Like, these are special balls. And look at this one, the perfect shape. You know what I mean? And then she was doing it, and everybody said, come on, we need to go. And she's like, no, let me play with the balls a little more. And she took pictures, and I was sitting like that. And I put the Charlie Kirk hat like this because I was laughing. So I put the Charlie Kirk like this so she doesn't see me laughing. She's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then she comes with a machine, and then she kind of goes by the penis, and then she goes by, I mean, it was interesting. It felt nice. It felt nice, I gotta be honest.
No!
Like, these doctor experience, get over here, man, because you gotta learn about...
That's you have a wife.
Huh?
You have a wife.
She sent me over there to get a picture of my balls. And when I got out, he's like, so do you want the picture of your balls for your wife? I said, yeah, we want to put it above the fireplace. All right, so 2 more stories because this is going to be a short one. We got the story with the balls. I remember a funny story. When I had to give people some money, you know what a check is? Where you write
I know.
the amount of money, you sign it, it's got to have your address. And then you got to put a reason for you giving people money, right? And I would write funny stuff. I would say anal sex or oral sex. So these people would go, they had to cash in their checks, and they would go to the bank, and they didn't read the reason, right? So they go to the bank, and they give it to the teller, and she would go and disappear, and come with the manager, and look at this guy. This guy didn't know what was going on. And they're looking at him like, what the fuck? And he doesn't know. It's like, did you see what he wrote? Anal sex, like oral sex. It was really funny. And a lot of people like, I got a lot of people there. Yeah. So about the thing you said, I made everything 18. I'm gonna have to go back and double check, and that's it. What else? I think that's it, right?
You have 2 stories.
Another story.
You said one.
So I have another story. It's kind of funny. Well, actually, I'll give you some more stories. When I was a kid, I was I think I told you this before, but anyways, it was experimenting. And actually,
Don't say it.
no, this is not dirty. And actually, this is experiments I didn't know, but that people used in real life. So one time I was going by train, and I'm a nobody. I'm just a kid, like 18 years old. And I'll go to people sitting down in the train, and like, let me see your tickets, please. And I had a pen, and they give me the tickets. Like, nobody said, who are you? And I'll go like, okay, thank you. Let me see your tickets, please, sir. And it go like this. So it was interesting to me that nobody thought to say, what the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Like the mind, the docile mind. Like, okay, they assumed because I assumed power, they assumed I have power. Even though I was nobody, right? And then the conductor came, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm sorry. And then he wanted to arrest me for checking tickets. And I said, my father's a big lawyer. And he's gonna, I lied. So I said, there's a big lawyer who's gonna sue you. You're gonna, whatever the fuck. And there was another time when I got to my father's at the hospital. And I get one of those white coats. And there's people in the waiting room. And I go like this, okay, sir. All right. What is your name? And I write it down. I pretend to write down. I make flowers like you. Okay, date of birth, your address. And everybody gave me everything. Because I was in a white coat, right? And even that is bullshit.
Did your dad find him?
Huh?
Did your dad find out?
No, I don't think they found out. But I was just sitting there. I was bored. So the idea is you always kind of have to double check who's the people asking you. You know what I mean? Like, your mother kind of tends to obey authority. But I'm telling him, like, what are you, guy? You're a guy that doesn't like authority like me. And I need you to think, every time somebody asks something to you, to just say, like, who the fuck are you? Like, we go to the airport and they have these old people from Africa who probably in their village, look, they're like the boss and they tell people what to do. And they come in O'Hare, it's like, move your car over here, go over here. It's like, who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
Like, who the fuck are you to give me orders? You know what I mean? Like, you always got to think, like, all right, who are you? Or like when I drive cab, the valet parking is like, I need you to move. It's like, okay, I need you to shut up. Like, you know what I mean? You're just a valet guy. You know what I mean? But they use the cops, the valet guys, to give you tickets. Anyways, so I had a funny story one time. I went to the bank to cash a check, and there was this really fat woman. And I'm trying to be nice to people. I'm not trying to be mean. And she's like, oh, so what are you doing? You work in construction? And I said, yeah. And she says, you like it? I said, well, money's okay, but it keeps me from getting fat. And then I looked at her. I mean, she was huge.
Huge.
That's hers?
Of course it is.
Ooh, mamma mia.
Bougie food.
Wow.
Look at this bougie
I mean,
food.
this is like better than a restaurant. Mamma mia. Wow. Mamma mia, the way it looks.
What do you have?
Let's I mean, it's just fucking insane.
We have to dine as civilians.
All right, let's show the Bogdan. How it looks. All right, we got soup. You guys don't eat soup?
What the fuck?
Okay, so, I was trying to fix it, but I couldn't fix it. I looked at her and she felt insulted, but what are you going to say? Because she was fat, and I said, it keeps me from getting fat. And I have another story. I picked a woman. When your mother was pregnant, I used to go to 680 Lakeshore. And this woman came in from the same building where the pregnant women go. And I was trying to be nice. I said, oh, so is it a boy or a girl? And she's like, what, do you think I'm pregnant? You don't say that to people. So that's another one I couldn't fix.
You could just say that came out the building.
No, I mean, couldn't fix it because she had a belly, so she wasn't pregnant. She probably ate the kid. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you're not pregnant, but why are you eating kids? But I got a CD on my balls. You want to see my balls?
No.
Why not?
They're probably ugly.
No, I guess there's something there. I don't know what. You want to tell me something?
No. I don't have anything to say.
You want to say something?
Nope.
You want to shut it down?
Sure, I have to wash my hair.
Huh?
I have to wash my hair.
I have to chill.
You chill, so we're just going to let it watch us eat?
Sure.
Gourmet food, if you know what I
Mommy,
mean.
even the soup is good.
The soup is always good.
The soup.
Okay,
Like
that's
your mother invented these cubes of meat. It's the best shit ever.
Then why'd you call it shit?
Yeah, that's what I said, but he doesn't want to do it, so we're going to eat.
Actually, I don't care.
I'm closing it.
Hey, say hello to Bogdan.
Hi, bro.
Hey, bro.
Hi, bro.
Hi, bro.
I was watching a... Oh, shit.
Was it playing or not?
19 minutes. Good.
Yeah.